Guys, welcome back to another video. So I have an interesting question. I'm supposed to read. I don't even know what the question is. That's the interesting part. I have no idea what the question is. So
Okay.
let's find out. And I'm supposed to read it.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I supposed to play also? It's just like that.
No, it's just like that.
Okay.
Unless if we choose to go through some of the comments.
Okay. So
That's the question.
okay. Dear married women, could you raise a child your husband had with another woman after you already married? Be honest. Okay. Can you raise my child, in other words, that I had with another woman
While we were already
while we were
married.
already married? Also, it means I cheat on you
Yeah.
with another woman. Now I have to make you raise my child that I cheated you on with another woman.
Yes.
Oh. Do we really need to be honest here? Okay, that's a question for you. Will you raise the child that I cheated on you with another woman?
My question is, what would have who decides
Okay,
who gets to raise the child?
so let me make a scenario now because I know the question now. I cheat on you with another woman. Then after that happens, the next thing that happens is this. Either the woman just comes and says, "This is your child, I'm gone," and she leaves. So in that situation, I have a child in my hand in which I know, okay, that child looks like me. You know, the way like our daughter looks like me, it's difficult for you to even say that's not my child, you see. So I can see that, okay, even if she's lying to me, that looks like my child. Maybe I did not even know of the pregnancy. So I know this. I cheated on you on this. And I have no way to put the child at. Maybe I tried to take the child to my parents. They were like, no, I'm not going to raise anything unless my Makoti knows of this or approves of this.
Okay.
You have to go face your wife straightforward and say, this is what happened and this was what was made. But when you think about it, it's a
Okay, no,
crazy
because
scenario.
you're giving a good scenario.
Yeah.
What other
What
scenario do we have?
I think that's the only way, because you were asking who chooses. And when you think
Yeah.
about it, if that is the case, I have nowhere to put the child and I still have to come back home, right? But I'm coming back home with
And the child
a
is
child.
evidently
And the
yours.
child, you can see, even if when you look at the child, you are like, okay, there is no way. 90% I see my husband in this
Okay.
child.
Okay,
And the mother has just ditched the child with me, and I cannot reach her. She's gone. I don't even know where she stayed. Maybe we meet in the secret location, and now she's trying to tell me that, okay, I want to end these things, but I need to meet you. Then in doing so, just comes and say, oh, you're a father. And I'm saying, what? What do you mean I'm a father? Then the person says, I'm gone.
Okay.
What would I do? What would you do?
Well, that's in that scenario. I think in that scenario, then there's nothing to do. I would have to raise the child.
Yeah, because the situation
Raise
is
the
this.
child.
I actually have a real life scenario of this situation that I know that actually happened. I don't know if you are ready for that one.
Okay.
A real life scenario. So my friend, I won't name his name. My friend, his father was a worker. If you understand what I mean, a worker. So he was born from a mother who's not the mother he was living with. So what happens is this: they came from Zim, right? The father had a child with his mother in Bulawayo in Zim. They moved here with him so that he can do his school here, while the father is with the second wife. So the second wife has to accept the first wife's child in Botswana. In doing so, the husband gets another woman pregnant, who is a Botswana woman now, the third child. And now I saw, when I met this friend of mine, the second wife was raising both of the first wife's child, her own children, plus the third wife's child.
That's why I needed context with regards to
The scenario.
The scenario, like under what scenario? Because as a woman, right, as a mother as well,
Yes.
I could say that I'd raise the child because of the love I'd be having for you. Okay, we talk about forgiveness and all those sorts of things.
That's another level.
Yes, but okay, let's say I were to take in the child.
Yes.
The question then would be like what I was asking with regards to the mother's
Input.
yeah, the mother's input. Like, what's her
Exactly.
input with regards to that? Is it a situation where she comes and dumps the child on you? Or is it a situation of force? Like, I have to get the child from her by force because I know that as a mother, I can't, having given birth, having, been pregnant for 9 months and then just
Having noticed how it's like
how
to
life
be a
is
mother.
like to, having to go through the birth process. There's that bond, that bond, that a mother has with a child.
Yes, yes.
So just to say, the mother has to give up the child to me.
You are asking a question.
Quite
Does that even make sense?
Because yes, I would accept the child.
Yes.
I would accept the child to raise the child as my own. Because at the end of the day, the child is innocent. I am innocent as well, and are you are the wrong guy in this picture.
So the question is this now. You are gonna try to outlook everything and just raise. Will you raise that child with love? That's the most important question now.
I would. You know why?
Why?
I would raise the child with love.
Yes.
Because, like I said, the child is innocent in as much as I'm innocent. So, I was listening to something, and in this case, a man cheated on a woman, and they had a child like that.
Yes.
So now she came on a podcast and she's asking, it's like this whole situation because she feels like the husband is still attached to the wife.
Yeah.
So, in as much as the child is consent, there are privileges that the child must have. She may be married to this man, but the man is also a father to this child.
True.
So that doesn't outrule the fact that the child has privileges from this man. So she's like, would I be wrong to cut those privileges from the child? You see? So then she was being advised to say that in the first place, you are innocent.
Yes.
On a clean slate. The child is also innocent. The douchebag is your husband.
Oh, the douchebag.
Yeah. So don't make him turn you to be who you are not.
Don't make this douchebag your husband turn into an animal you are not.
Exactly, because you are just responding to the kind of a person he is. You are not a reflection of your husband. You're not a reflection of him.
I do understand that, but when we are being clear and we are being honest, can you be okay with it? Because I'm trying to think about it. If the rules were reversed, let's say you cheated, you get pregnant with another man's child while we are married. Will I be okay enough to raise that child?
Will you be okay?
Because right now we are living in a world where we are hearing 90 times men are raising children that are not their own. But the most important part in that story is the men will not know until it has been revealed. I always wonder that if they get to know before,
what would the
scenario be like? Would you be comfortable with that? Because, for example, I'm just saying, for example, I was watching something by Prophet Fred, and this was a man who was lied to that I'm pregnant with your child, but the mans could not match up. They were not making sense.
Yes.
And as they were not matching up, what ended up happening is she's making noise to the people now. Hey, take this one. What ended up happening is They went to church. Then after that, a church, they were like, no, you can't. This woman has to go back. You can't be telling me that you're gonna raise this. You ate something. There's something
I
that you made. You
remember that.
ate. You saw that video, right? I'm wondering because the fact that if it comes out, it doesn't matter if maybe I was understanding the people around us, the family of where you have been accepted as a wife, they will not accept you. The fact that they say what? There's a child who's broke or who is an alien child from another marriage or from another man who's not your husband. So that's why I'm saying it feels like it's an unfair world to the woman because you find that you might find, okay, you have no choice, you have to raise this child. And yet everyone will be like, there's nothing you can do, just accept it. Like you were telling me, they were telling you, don't be an animal because of the situation. But the truth of the matter is this, if the rules were reversed, you are going back to your mother's house. That's exactly how the public will judge the situation. So now that's why I ask and I think this is really important. Will you be comfortable? Or you say, I'll accept, then you end up mistreating the child. Because whether you like it or not, even though you say I'm an angel in my eyes, when I'm gone, when you spend time with this child, it'll change.
No, people are different though.
Really?
Different. Okay, there's a certain woman of God whom I follow.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
a certain woman of God whom I follow. I think I've grown to love her. So she's quite popular.
Yeah.
And she's embraced. So this woman of God, as she explains her marital journey, you would not believe it. So she explains on how, on one of the seasons, the husband went and became promiscuous.
Yes.
And then in that, he impregnated a woman. And we're talking about, she's very high out there. The woman of God.
She's very known, like
Yes, she's very
a public figure.
She's a public figure.
Yes.
So, and then she's like, then you'd wonder how a person like me would handle the situation.
Because
That's
now
the shocking part.
your head decision, however she was going to handle the matter, was being micromanaged or my dead eyes on it.
Yeah.
So many people were looking at it
So
like
because I was going through a few comments in here. Most of the people would head out. Like they would say, okay, no, that I would not have to think
I'm gone.
twice because
I'm gone.
there
Yes.
at that point.
Yeah, which is understandable because remember the beginning of the story, you are innocent.
Yes.
Here's the messed up one. You are innocent. What are you going to do? And if a woman walks away, okay.
It's really not advisable.
It's a very advisable that a woman walks away.
In as much as we will talk about divorce. Already we know Guti.
Yes, he has already exactly. It's in the Bible.
Yeah, for divorce is it's
honest sleeping, adultery.
Yeah.
It's the main one.
So okay, she doesn't believe in
Divorce. Yes.
So according to her, she's a woman who would do her best to fight for her marriage. So what she went and did is she went and took in the child, and this is how she taught it. She taught her revelation behind everything to have been. Like in taking in the child, she would have cut because the woman,
curtain or maybe the connection between the husband and the wife.
She would have to play the role of a mother to this child. And she has raised the child. She's grown. She explained on how, this child has been like a part of her. How this child, with her prayer life became so powerful because of this child. I believe she's in her teens now. She's like, every good thing, like, came as a result of her relationship with this child. But she thanks God that she took that step of taking away the baby from the mother, because when she took the baby away from the mother walked her own direction, and they worked on fixing their marriage with the husband.
On the other case is this: did also, for example, the wife accepted that I'm surrendering my own child to this one?
That's where my question was coming in, to say
Because
that is not an easy decision
trust
to make.
trust me, how many people have we heard that maybe we're doing this thing, you know, there are those families who doesn't want to get, the wife doesn't want to become pregnant or something like that, so they end up, for example, saying they're looking for a woman who carries their pregnancy for them. A surrogate, yeah, they call it a surrogate mother. And you find that when the surrogate, after giving birth, 90% of the surrogates don't want to let go of their children.
Yes, it happens.
And now in this case, you're telling me she accepted this. Or maybe, are you telling me this woman, maybe she knew because the woman was already a popular woman, so she knew that the man I'm sleeping with has a wife?
Yeah,
so maybe she felt like, okay, I'm already in the wrong, so let me just let go. It's not easy. I don't think it's like that, man.
She didn't get into so much details of that. But the fact that the child got to grow, you know, because at the end of the day, somebody was going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So who?
Somebody already got hurt.
Somebody got hurt, of which was the baby's mom. But
even the one who's getting the child.
The one who's getting the child. But she did this so that she could fix her home, mold her home into what she wanted it to be, although it had already been messed up. So there were three people in the puzzle. That's the mother, and that's her. Actually, four people. That's the baby, her, the husband, and the mistress.
Is the mistress.
So one person had to be sacrificed. One person had to be sacrificed, and but knowing her, she did an awesome job.
No, I'm not refusing. It's, trust me, on the public eye, everything looks rosy. I'm not saying that I don't believe because maybe I don't know the person really in depth like that. Everything looks rosy, but let's come to reality. Reality is your husband saw you, maybe you were not enough as a woman. After you have carried children for him, went out and made another woman pregnant.
Yeah.
So before we even go anywhere, you are in a situation that you are being forced to raise a child from a marriage from an intimacy or a marriage which was not supposed to stand. And you have to be okay with that first. You have to change pampers, you have to clean vomit, you have to be looking after this child, even though it's gonna irritate you. Even though that now it feels like you have to share the love you have for your children with another child who only carries your husband with another woman. Trust me, I'm telling you. I don't lie to you. I don't lie to you. We might try to make it look as rosy as it can be. But there's nothing rosy about this. He says it.
I'll make you listen to the thing.
There's nothing rosy about this situation. There's nothing rosy about this situation.
Nothing at all. She explains it the exact same way you are saying it.
There's nothing rosy about this situation. And you will feel it. You will feel it. Because, you know, like we are saying, the truth of the matter, as much as we try to make it look rosy, there's nothing easy about this.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Until I think it only gets easier with time, you know, as there are some wounds that can never be healed.
Exactly.
Especially such a wound, because you're living with a thorn in your flesh. It's a thorn that's in your flesh. Like, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's unless if God, you know, if God shows you.
Yeah, you're gonna need God on this one.
Because I think only the fruits then will tell, the fruits of how you've raised the child. In as much as she explains it, and she
makes it looks amazing on the book or on the interview. I get that part.
but they
But
love each other though. She and the child. Like she loves her like her own daughter.
no.
But I know that that must have taken a great deal from her.
Yeah,
Which
it has to. It has to.
Yeah.
And I have to applaud it because there are not so many women like those.
It's not easy.
There are not so many women who are willing to take it very far away and ignore the rest and say, okay, I'm gonna stand on this and I'm gonna be.
Because okay, let's look at what the positives of the decision that she took, right? It's she became the bigger person.
Yes, but
so obviously it meant something to the man.
Yeah.
And having to see your wife do that, like for you every day, like she could have walked out on you.
I have to say, and this just me saying, that man is, if we don't usually talk about this, is under what we call spousal blackmail. This guy is literally, he has put himself that he's always going to be asking for forgiveness every single time. So he's literally under a blackmail which he is of his own doing.
Because at the end of the day, even if the child, it was only going to make life easier for him if the child was being raised by the baby mama. But then that meant him having access to the baby mama and the baby mama having access. But then that would mean him what? Having to have connect. Then it means it's a cycle. All four people would constantly be hurt.
Yeah.
But now the woman was cut off the equation. She says she does not, the only way she can have access to the child is through her.
Also, she was trying to cut the connection between the husband
and the mother. But she says the husband already has access to the child. So if the woman is respectful enough and she doesn't want any other thing more than just her child, then she has to have access to the child through me. Wow. Because now there's no husband involved. I'm the one who's raising her child.
I'd like to be on that meeting. So you are the one who slept with my husband?
Yes.
Every time you want to come to see your child?
You slept with my husband. Now you have to bear the consequences of sleeping with another woman's husband. I'm going to take the child away from you. And as much as a child needs a mother, I'll give that love of a mother to a child. But you are going to be childless. I'm taking this away from you. That's on you.
That's scary.
That's on you. And you are not going to have to see my husband. My husband won't be seeing you because what I'm doing here is big.
That's scary. I have to say that is really, really scary, people. But let's just come to the end of this. The child, in my case, the child knows nothing. And now I'm curious, if you have decided to make this decision, do you tell the child?
Do you tell the child? Yes.
Do you and to what age do you tell the child?
At a certain age.
What is certain age?
She's now a teenager, but I doubt if she's reached 18. Could she have reached 18? Because I believe that around ages 18, you get to tell the child whom their actual parents are so that they make a decision as to whether they'll continue with you or they'll just blend you all together. Okay. You know.
Then the last question. Will you ever do it?
Would I ever do it? I think it was very wise.
Yes.
But that was at the expense of the mother. But if we look at it this way, if the mother was not cut off the equation, it was going to be a cycle of brokenness for all the people.
Yes.
For all the people. So I think I would go for that. I think that's what I would go for, compared to having to see you talk maybe behind my back with the woman because she's coming at you. You see, she's coming at you. At the same time, I'm going to resent you. Like every day.
Resentment that's what I'm saying. The resentment will always be there. And I feel that the resentment, if it's not checked, if it's not directed to the right person, is going to the child. And that's where my fear is always at.
In this case, it's like you bring everything under control. What she did was to bring everything under control. unlike when it's not under her control. So that's why I believe that it's painful. Yes, it's painful.
Yes.
And it's not easy, but it's better than. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes,
With regards to you having to communicate with her every now and then, imagine how that put the kind of hell that puts me in.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you, Kuti, I've accepted this, but I won't be okay with it.
Yeah, I know
But
you-
if
of
I'm
course.
in control of everything,
I think the most, if you say, okay, I'm not going to divorce my husband, I'm going to continue with him, the first important thing to cut off is the connection between the mistress and
between the mistress and him, but you can't cut off the mistress and the child from him because that's unfair for the child. So bringing in the child.
Oh.
So bringing in the child, I think is the best thing. Bringing in the child and cutting off the connection between them, the father and the mother.
Yeah, I think
People say once a cheater, always a cheater, but there are cases that can be just like also.
Okay. Anyway, we'll talk about this one. People, we are done. We are no longer in friends here with this